yesterday I was going shopping because we had needed some food, right? And the cars don't work because there's a snow chaos in Germany. So I was walking through the snow to the shopping mall, which is like a 10-minute walk. On my way back, I walk back and I have to walk through the street where left and right is just home for the elderly, retirement homes, nothing else. Retirement homes everywhere. And I'm dreaming, right? I'm just walking. I'm not wearing a mask because I'm in the open. I'm just dreaming. And suddenly I get a huge blast of air from the left side. Like, and I'm like, what? And I look to the left. And I just walked past the ventilation system of one of the home of the elderlies, right? Like, you know, the entire building has an airflow, and this is where the airflow goes out, the hot air. And I'm like, and I'm just standing there like, huh? And my brain is instantly like, my mom works in a home for the elderly. They all have corona. They're all completely infested. And I'm like, did they just blow corona air in my face, these motherfuckers? Did they blow that shit in my face? And now I have it, man. I'm coughing right now, and it's like I'm coughing up spit. I got corona air, boys. I have the headache. What is the biggest oh shit moment regarding your health? I can literally tell you easy. I once had an accident, but I don't remember so much. My number one moment of health issues was in the army when I was coughing up blood. I had a cough in the army, like very hot. I was always coughing all day long. At night, I
need so many holy paladins.
Nobody could even sleep anymore. It's a long story. I told the story before. And I was too shy. I was a fucking little zoomer, and I was too scared to say anything. The army didn't take it serious. It's gonna be fine. Here's some pills. And I just kept working and stuff, blah, blah, blah. And one day, and I always had to wake up the earliest in the army because I was in the food corps later, and the food people are always in the army when they say we are the first ones awake and the last on the battlefield, right? It's the food people. The food people are always the earliest awake, man. And I went. I'll never forget. I was always the first one to wake up in my entire barrack because I was the only one in the food regiment in my entire barrack, like 300 soldiers. And I would wake up 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and I would go to the big cleaning room, you know, army, like 20 sinks, 20 toilets, 20 showers, and I would be completely alone there. It was kind of cool. I was completely alone in there. And I would be brushing my teeth, and I had my cough the whole time, always, the whole time. I still have that kind of today, even. It stayed with me my whole life. And I'm coughing, and I'm spitting it out, and there's blood. And I've always been a guy, I'm never scared. Like, whenever I'm sick, I'm like, it's gonna be fine. I'm never like, I'm not hypochondriac, but when the blood was in the sink, I'm like, okay, now you should maybe do something. And I remember I then called my boss, I can come to work, and the pressure, right, in capitalism, and I think a lot of working people in chat know that, what I'm talking about here. You have this working pressure. Right, you're fucking sick, you're coughing blood, but you literally feel, is it a German thing? I don't know. You feel weird calling your boss about it. Hey boss, I can't come to work. And then the boss is like, oh, that's not good. Well, I'm fucking coughing blood. Well, all the best, but deep inside, you know, they're fucking mad because they don't know what to do now with their shift. You know that pressure, right? That people don't want to do sick leave. And then I had to wait till I was coughing blood 5 in the morning and had to wait till 8 because there was no doctor in the barracks. As in the army, you're only allowed to go to army doctors. You're not allowed to go to civil doctors. And 8 in the morning, it was dark. I remember I had to walk through the whole barracks. I'm like, and I'm going to the medical wing of the big barracks. I think barracks is the right word, right? And yeah, I'm going in there, and they're like, "What are you doing this early here?" Well, I have some issues, man. I was like really nice, right? I was this young kid, no beard. I'm like, I have an issue I need to talk about. And the guys there, because they don't employ nurses there, they employ soldiers. So when you walk into a military doctor, there is no nurse. Hello, sir, how can we help you? There's a soldier who has no degree, no IQ, and he's like, oh, how are you doing? And I will never forget. That was like the first time in my life I actually stepped up to someone. And I walk in there, and I'm like, yo, man, I'm coughing blood. Fuck. I don't remember so much anymore, but I remember I'm like, well, I need to see a doctor. And that guy was super bullying. He was like, yeah, calm down, man, calm down. Other people have other problems. And for the first time in my life, I got mad at a human being and had the balls, and I literally screamed at him, listen, man, I fucking coughed blood, man. What the fuck's your issue, man? I'm coughing blood here, man. Give me a doctor. And then the doctor, like the real doctor, an old man, walked around the corner. What the fuck's going on here? I'm like, listen, man, I'm fucking dying over here, man. Do something. That was a scary time. And then I had the cough for 3 months. For 3 months, I was coughing. The army did nothing. They gave me some sick leave. It never went away. I was not allowed to go to a special doctor. I will never forget. I spit on the German army, man. Fucking, in my opinion, this is my opinion that I made in 9 months of army. The biggest unorganized bunch of social fucking losers ever, man. If you're a soldier in chat, I'm sorry, but the German army was just 90% human garbage, man. People that get nothing done in real life, so they go there, man, in my opinion. And I had to deal with that shit. I was super sick, man. I was coughing blood. In the end, spoiler alert, the thing was, it's a long story. In the end, the blood came. I was coughing so much that the skin inside my lungs will rip open, and that was the blood. This is very bad though, because the skin inside your lungs has to be very it has to move a lot. But what happens when you have wounds? You get scar tissue, and I was getting scar tissue inside my lungs, and that stays forever, and that means you're fucked, man. And anyway, and I will never forget the biggest moment. So I come back from 2 weeks sick leave. My mom is super mad, man. My mom is like, my son is dying and the shitty army shit is doing nothing. And I couldn't really step up. I'm like, oh, I have to go back to the army now, even though I'm sick as fuck. And I go back, man, and shit. And I went to the doctor again, and I'm like, it's not better. I'm fucking dying, man. I'm coughing all day. Nobody can sleep. And he says, well, it's time you go to a hospital. Here's the thing. I don't know how it's in your country, but as a soldier enlisted in an army, German army, you're only allowed to go to army hospitals. And I will never forget, I'm this 18-year-old kid who knows nothing, who just played games all day. Where's the next... I go to the hospital in Hanover, where I was. No. The next military hospital is in Hamburg. I'm like, that's really far away, right? That's like a long drive. And I don't have a conscience. I'm like, I'm a little kid, man. And I'm like, oh, how do I do that? Well, you will figure something out. And I'm just dying, man, coughing all day. And he's like, get to Hamburg. You see how you do it, man. And I'll never forget my beautiful mom, this fucking angel. And, you know, I call her and shit, blah, blah, blah. Yo, they're not doing shit. The army is so trash. I'm fucking dying here. The cough is getting worse. Coughing blood the whole time. Which was... now, if you look from it now, really bad, because the whole time I'm getting scar tissue in my lungs, which stays forever till this day. It makes me breathe a bit worse. And I'll never forget, I on the weekends I always came home to my dad and mom, and I told my mom everything, and she's crying. She's like, stop now. And the old East German mom starts. My mom and dad, they're like, done, we're done. Tommy, we're driving to your lung doctor now. I used to have a lung doctor, and I'm like, no, that's against the law, that's illegal, we can't do that. My mom is like, shut the fuck up, fuck the German army, we go to the doctor now. So we go to the lung doctor, the private one for normal people, and the lady is like, oh, you're a soldier though, we can't take you. And my mom, man, she's like, listen, this kid is dying and these fucks are doing nothing. You take care of my son right the fuck now. And then they finally took care of me, man. They gave me like antibiotics and shit. The army didn't do anything. But this wasn't even the end of the story, man. So then some time goes by and I still have the cough. The cough is legit stinger. In the end, it was a bacteria called Helicobacter pylori. It's a bacteria in your lungs that stays with you your whole life. And I just couldn't turn it off, man. And here we go. True story. I swear to God, it's true. Fucking piece of shit. Listen to this story, man. Thank you, Kundas. Fucking army. I go back to the army. I'm still kind of sick, but it's a bit better now. But I have to go back to the army. My sick leave is over. My vacation is over. And I was in a room, living in a room with 6 soldiers. 4 soldiers was always new dudes like me, like new people that just 9 months. And 2 people were always like the leaders of the room, like the teachers. And they were, you know, there's 3 ranks in the army. There's the soldier ranks, there's the middle class ranks, and the officers. And the soldier ranks have 5 ranks, like private first class and blah, blah, blah. There's 5 ranks. And there was 2 guys, they were like in their late 20s, in my room. Denny and some other guy. The other guy was legit autistic. I'm not even kidding. He had legit mental issues, man. Again, the only way he could get anywhere was the army, man. And Denny was the most manipulative asshole ever. He always acted like he's your friend. He would always manipulate people. He was fucking mentally ill. I swear to God, all these fucking soldiers that stayed for 15 years, completely mentally fucked, man. And he would always outplay people. Just fucking ridiculous, man. Like, they live in their little bubble in the army where they think they're the boss. So, winter came and the German army was planning a huge exercise in the Alps together with Italy and stuff. It was a huge thing. Huge exercise from the EU, European Union, with thousands of soldiers in the Alps. In the fucking Alps. South Bavaria, kind of like there, you know? Austria, Switzerland. So my commander, my boss of the food division, was making a list because he had to bring one food soldier of our division had to go to that exercise, to the Alps. So what happens is he is taking all the people. He's asking them all, my friends, you know, everybody. And they all have excuses. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, I need to stay home. I'm so sorry I can't go. Nobody wants to go because exercise is fucking cancer, man. It's ridiculous. And I'm not realizing this, you know, I'm just chilling. I'm like this introvert who's always in his own head. I'm just chilling out. I don't know this is happening. So every single member of my food unit, which was 10 people, declined the job. So finally, the boss chose Danny, the 29-year-old guy that stayed in the army for a long time, like a fucking loser. I swear to God, complete loser. He chose him to go to that exercise and to the Alps. The thing is that Danny and the boss were big fans. And then Danny, that piece of shit, because he didn't want to leave. He just wanted to play Metin 2 all day and fuck hookers and shit. That fucking piss scum, junge. And he made a deal, something. He manipulated my boss that he doesn't have to go. So he didn't have to go. So one day I get a call from the boss, and the boss calls me. Hello, how can I help you? He's like the big boss of the food people. And he's like, Kesselhout, you're lucky. We're sending you to the Alps for a 2-week exercise in the snow. And I'm just a scared little 18-year-old. I'm kinda... Oh, big mistake, bro. Big mistake, bro. Oh, shit, you fucked up. Oh, you fucked up, mate. Dude, you're doing no damage. What's happening? Oh, dude, really? Oh, don't do that, man. Oh, that was not clever. And I have to go to the thing. And I don't remember so much, but I was young and I never was like, oh no, I'm sick, I can't do it. So I'm driving a bus into the fucking Alps into winter. I get into the barracks, like literally in the mountains. And I have a room of 3 people. I don't know these people. And again, I'm coughing all night. All night, I'm coughing, man. The next day, one of the guys from my room is telling the big boss, listen, this kid is coughing all night and nobody can sleep. This is bad. So he sends me, and this is 3 months. For 3 months, I was super sick, coughing all day. So then this guy, the leader of the European Union exercise, the big boss, who got complaints that nobody can sleep because I cough so much, met me, and he's like, Kesselhout, are you sick? I'm like, kind of, man. I'm coughing blood and shit, you know? What? The fuck you, man? There's no fucking shake hands with fake ass bitches. You're trying to kill AFK bitch boys, man? What? I'm not gonna leave you. Oh man, boy, you are so fucked, man. What a mistake you done here. Dude, don't even fucking try. And he then, I'll never forget, and he then sent me to an Austrian hospital in the Alps. And again, I had no driver. Nobody's driving me. And I'm like, dude, I need a driver. Nobody ever drives me. What the fuck am I supposed to do? So he gets me driver, and I'll never forget. I'm driving through the Alps, beautiful, everything snow, and we drive to this hospital in the middle of nowhere. It was beautiful, man. And I go in there, man, and I remember I was in front of the door with another soldier, and that other soldier... In the army, they fake diseases so much. It's the truth, man. So many people are like, oh, I'm so sick, because they don't want to do certain things. And I'm standing there with the soldiers wearing a fucking mask, like Corona. And the guy's like, why are you here? Well, they think I have tuberculosis. And he's like... And he's just leaving. He's like, okay, man, this is too serious. He was just faking some shit. And I go in there, and I remember there was a very beautiful nurse. She was like my age. I remember her. And she was very nice to me. She was... Man, I fell in love in that second. And then the doctor came, this fucking mountain doctor, and I'm telling him the whole story. He was the first guy in the army in 3 months that fucking listened to me, man. That took me serious. That acted like a human with me. And I'm like, listen, man, this is the story. I'm fucking dying over here. Nobody takes it serious. And I never forget, he was like this overweight German guy, and he's like, oh, well, okay, man. I'm gonna give you sick leave for 1 month. Okay, man, you're fucking dying, man. You gotta fix yourself. And he was the first guy that fucking helped me, man. And I'll never forget then. And I had to somehow get to, I was in the Alps. I have to get home somehow. I have to get home somehow. So there was 2 generals, Generalmajor Grün. Generalmajor Grün. Leader of the Panzer divisions. This guy. So I'm this little kid, right? I'm hanging out, blah, blah, blah. And the next day I get a call from motherfucking General Grün, who was at this time leader of the 33rd Panzer Corps. What is he leading right now? He's a general, NATO joint forces, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he calls me and, Mr. Kessler, is this you? And I'm like, yes, it's me. This is General Grün. Today, I'm driving back to Hanover for business. And I heard that you have to go to Hanover because you're sick. And then he took me in, and that was so cool. And then I had the craziest road trip. So imagine this. It was a Passat Kombi, a big car. General Grün driving, next to him was some major, I don't know, some fat major, and I'm in the back, and we're driving to Hanover because they have to bring me there because this is where all my stuff is, and I have to get home. And I just have this road trip with these guys, man, and they're talking about Afghanistan and how all the equipment is shit and you shouldn't go there, you're gonna die. And I'm just this little kid in the back. Okay, guys, sure, should we eat something? I remember, true, man, we went to McDonald's and they paid for my McDonald's. I fucking remember now. I was chilling with this fucking general. To me, it meant nothing. General, whatever. I just want to go home. And that's the thing. The army only brought me to Hanover, which is still 4 hours away from Halle, and I had to find my own way. So I'm super sick, and I have to fucking drive to Halle and shit. And then I had 1 month off, and I could kind of fix myself, man. Very long story. Very long story. In the end, the army. I think the big moral of the story for you, the young viewers, is when I realized something in life, and I'm gonna sound very boomer and defeatist here, but I believe in this. When you have issues in life, health, job, money, whatever, no one gives a fuck. You have to realize that. Your family might give a fuck, your girlfriend, your wife, but outsiders, no one cares if you're sick. Your boss doesn't give a fuck if you're sick. You have no money, you can't pay the bills, you think they give a shit? You're always alone in this stuff. And what you have to learn there, what I learned there is, you have to be aggressive about it. You have to be strong. You can't be like, can I maybe take a sick leave? I don't feel so good. You have to be, listen, man, I'm fucking sick. I need sick leave, motherfucker. I will sue you if you don't do anything. You have to be like this. That's what I truly learned about life. If you want to get something done, you gotta fucking force it, man. When you're nice and chill, no one takes you serious. They think you're a victim, man. They don't fucking take you serious. You gotta be bestimmt. I don't know the English word. You gotta be fucking, listen, man. You gotta be hardcore about this. I see my whole life, my mom, Lisa, my dad in Germany. Every time, this is a big thing in Germany. I think you guys have the same. When someone is sick, like my mom, you know, my mom wakes up, she's sick. But my mom is like, I have to go to work. I have to go to work. And sometimes people are so sick that they're like, sir, I'm sick, I can't come. And the boss is always like, oh, really? You can't come? I remember, I was 7 years in the supermarket, and every time they would, like, I would be at home, I have a free day, and I'm just playing Dota 2, and my fucking phone rings. Happens all the time. Every third day, this happened. This right here happened. Every third day for 7 years. Oh, fuck, it's work. You should never even touch this. But I was kind of friends with the boss and shit, and we were kind of friends. So I'm like, hey, what's up? Hey, Tommy, someone is sick. Can you please come? And I would always say yes. I would always say yes, right? No one, but you don't have to do this, man. You don't have to. And then when I wanted to make sick, when I was like, can I take 1 week off? Can I be sick? And oh no, that's impossible. Blah, 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 blah. You gotta be in the face, man. You know, your boss calls you in private time. Fuck you, boss. I don't give a shit, man. I don't care if the fucking whole building burns. Fuck you. Gotta be like this, man. Very important. Thank you, Zibo. Anyway, I talked so much I need to drink water now. What are we doing anyway here? I'm just talking and we're just looking at World of Warcraft. This is the saddest stream ever, man.